channel Crochet Connection, and this is my solely crochet channel where I'm going to show you all my amigurumi projects and what I have. This video is dedicated to what I have done till now, what amigurumi toys I have made till now, and then we can go into I may do a little bit of tutorials and everything down the line. Since this is my first video, I just wanted to show you what I have done till now and how much I have progressed from copying patterns from the books to following other YouTubers patterns and then making my own patterns. So this video is solely dedicated to what I have what I was at the beginning and where I have come now. So without further ado, let's jump into looking at all my amigurumi crochet amigurumi toys. And then please do subscribe to my channel. This is my first video, and I'm really excited to be on YouTube showing my crochet work. And please do leave me a comment how you liked my amigurumi toys and what would you like to see more, and what patterns you would like to, what patterns would you like me to follow. Also, I am a very big amigurumi book collector, so I collect a lot of amigurumi books and kits. So I'll do that in a separate video. I'm not going to show you in this video just one book. I'm going to show you where I made the toys from, but I've collected so many over the years, and I'll show you if you guys are interested in another video. And if you are, please leave me a comment down below and I will definitely do a video for you guys. So now, without further ado, let's see my first amigurumi project. So my first amigurumi project actually is not here. I made a minion. I saw it on a vlog, on a blog actually, and it was a written pattern and I followed it and I made a crochet minion. It was about this big, probably 8 to 10 inches, and I moved so many times that I somewhere lost it and I couldn't find it. But that was my first amigurumi project, and it was done without any stitch markers. So if I had to go to work, I would just like I would write it down like, okay, I've done the 50th line and I've done 3 more stitches on the 50th line. I would do all that crazy stuff because I did not know that you have to use stitch marker when you are stitching in rounds. So yeah, that was my amigurumi project, my first amigurumi project, but it's not there. It's gone. Poof. So now let's see what I have here. So the first thing I made is this frog. It was a kit my dad bought for me years ago, and then I finally decided to open it I think last year or year before, and I made this frog. Haven't named it yet and it's still not complete. The nostrils are missing, but I made this, and the yarn that I used for this one came in the kit itself, so it provided the yarn for the frog. That's the reason why I made it first. And here is the book that it came, the yarn came with, the kit came with. And it has, I think, it's called Crochet Cuties. And I think it has 12 projects here. Yeah, it has about 12 projects. And they make these size about 10 to 12 inches or maybe a little bit bigger. So they make this big size projects. Moving on to my next project I made is this duck, and I made it again from the Crochet Cuties book. And here he is. That's his eyes. I placed button for his eyes, and that's the back and the feet. And I really love it. I did not get the yarn in the kit for this. It only provided for the frog. The yarn that I used is this Red Heart Super Saver, and that's the orange is also the same Red Heart Super Saver, so I kept it. And then I love the cute pom-pom hair that he has. It's so cute, and I love his eyes and how the hair falls on his eyes. He's really, really, really cute, and I really adore the size for this amigurumi project, this size. But I'm not into like making really small projects. I have done a couple and I do enjoy them. It's not that I don't enjoy, but I think these just make it so much more like huggable. So I just love these size, and I love bigger toys. I've always had this passion for having large stuffed toys. I had so many of them over the years that I cried for, and I forced my parents to buy for me. If they're hearing, they will say, oh, I know you were forcing us, but I forced them to buy so many toys for me, stuffed toys, and now I'm making my own, so I'm really happy. So yeah, this is my second project. Let's jump into the amigurumis that I made following other YouTubers. The first one I made is this Tintin, and don't mind the messy, how dirty he looks. My son stole it after I made the Tintin, and this is made following Helen May's Amigurumi crochet Tintin, and he looks really dirty right now because my son took it and he wanted it so badly that he was like, no, I'm not giving it away back to you. So since he took it and he gave it to me with like too much trouble for this video, so I just made another one for my collection. So I have two Tintins, and they both are made with following Helen May's amigurumi pattern, and I will have the link in the description for you guys to check out. She is an amazing amigurumi crocheter. I just love her, and her toys make me so happy. She's actually my inspiration to start making my own amigurumi toys, and I really love her. She just makes this amazing toys, and she makes these large toys, like it's not like really small, and that's what my ultimate goal is, to have like big toys, big amigurumi toys. So two Tintins, one for my son, one for me, and I had to make it into my collection. So he definitely will go back to my son after I'm done with this video, because he's going to come for it. So Tintin has a partner, Snowy, and that's what Helen May also made, and I made it too. And I just love how the Snowy can move his legs around, and I love the tiny tail he has. And yeah, I really love how Snowy came out. And he's small, but he's perfect compared to the size of Tintin. Let me bring Tintin back here. And also the clothing for Tintin is removable, and his legs are movable. Even the top can come out. So that's really great. I love that we can always give him another clothes. But his boots are not, boots don't come out. They are attached to his legs. But I really love that I can give him a change of clothes. So that's that. So that's Tintin and Snowy. And I hope you guys can see. And that's from the back side. So moving on, let's see the next project I made following Helen May's tutorials, and that was this husky. I really am a big fan of husky. She had a competition on her channel, and we put this up, the husky, for the competition. I did not win, but she is beautiful. I love her. I made a girl husky, female husky, and her legs are movable too, and she has this dog tag, and then she has this clip here that I put on for her to make her look more girly, and then she also has her own clothing. So, and it has a zipper, so you can open it and take it out. So that's really cute. I really loved how, like, the dogs she makes them so realistic, and I just love it, and I had to try it. I made a smaller one. I think this is a medium size one that I made. And then for the dog, I made this bone, and this is my own pattern. I made the bone, and it's a simple bone. It's not that complicated. It's really simple. And then I also made a seat, or a dog seat, or a dog bed for the husky. And this dog is named Angel, like you see on her dog tag. She's named Angel, if you guys can see. And I made the dog bed for her. So that's that for the dog. That was, I think, that's all that I made following Helen May. Oh, and yeah, completely forgot, because it's not complete yet. I started making this unicorn from Helen May's tutorials, and I will have the link to all the videos of hers in the description for you guys to check out. And I haven't completed it yet because sometimes I just leave things incomplete. Okay, it happens. But I have made the body for the unicorn, and I've already stuffed the head for the unicorn, and I simply love this yarn. It has sequins and glitter on it, and it looks perfect for the unicorn horn. So that's that. I haven't done anything more for it. I'm just going to keep it down here. The next one that I made is this octonauts. This is my own pattern, and this is my first own pattern that I made, and his hands are movable too. And my son used to watch this cartoon a lot, octonauts. He loves octonauts like crazy, so I decided to make Captain Barnacles from octonaut, and was planning to make more, but I think I ventured off to different things. So this is my first octonauts, and that's from the back. And on top here, for his logo, I just use puffy paints directly onto the yarn to make the logo, because it was difficult to make it with embroidery too, and I'm not a big embroidery person. And also on his badge where he has the compass, I made it with the puffy paints. So that's my first own pattern. That's why he has this wobbly head, but it's okay. I think I did a good job. I hope I did a good job. Let me know in the comments below what you think about my first own pattern. So that's octonauts for you guys, and everything that I made is from Red Heart Super Saver. I have tons of Red Heart Super Saver in my house, so most of the things I make that are my pattern, I definitely use Red Heart Super Saver. Those are my favorite yarn. They're inexpensive and they last a long time for me. So that's my first pattern. I hope. And then this was something I made like long before I started making too many amigurumis. But this is made with loom knitting, and this is Tinkerbell. She's incomplete, but this is done with loom knitting, and she's completely made out of loom knitting, even her wings and her hair. Everything is loom knitted. And I have different size of looms, from like really small spool knitters. I use the spool knitters for her legs and her arms. And then I have a lot of loom knits. If you loom knitting boards, so if you want to check out that, I will do a video for all the loom knitting boards I have. But that's a different thing. I am not that much into loom knitting, but I still have a lot of it. And then I tried making even a smaller version, but I was not really that happy with her, because as you can see, the more smaller I go, the more gaps there are in between, and the stuffing, you can see the stuffing out here. So I was not that happy, so I didn't eventually finish it. I just let it go. But really happy with how she looks. Still, I am missing her lips and her nose, but I will get to there one day. So that's my loom knitting amigurumi. The next thing I made is this doll, and I call her candy dolls. When I was young and I lived in India back then, they had these candy dolls with long arms and long legs, and I really was a very big fan of it. So I made my parents buy that. Like, I even blackmailed my mom into buying it to me. Like, oh, you can't even buy me a doll. Am I such a grown-up that you can't even buy me a doll? So she eventually bought it. I started crying, so she bought it for me. And then we went to this to learn how to make stuffed toys, and she made a candy boy from like fabric for me, so that she didn't have to pay like 600 rupees, which is not a lot of money when you convert it to dollars, but 600 rupees back then was a lot of money. And she didn't have to pay another 600 rupees to buy a candy boy for me. So she bought the candy girl for me, and then the candy boy, she made it for me. And then I decided to crochet the candy doll myself, and I gave her a hat which is removable, a necklace, and then all her clothing are also removable. You can remove her shorts, her top, even her shoes are removable right here. I'm not happy with the hair that much because it puts a lot of weight on her, and I'm trying to figure out what I can do to lessen the weight so that her neck doesn't flop back like this. But for now, I mean, she looks cute. I'm happy with how she looks. Just her hair that bothers me. I also made her a bag, and when you open the bag, there's stuff inside. So I have a cell phone for her and a coin purse that opens, and you can even put something inside. You can put the cell phone in here. So I have a coin purse and her cell phone that goes back into her bag. Because if my son sees it, he's going to take away. He already lost the cell phone, and then I had to go on a wild goose chase finding the cell phone. The other thing she has is her watch, which is also completely removable. If you can see, you can button it, and then I made her a watch that is removable. And this is a bracelet that is also removable. And this is also my pattern that I made, and I think she looks really gorgeous. And then for her ears, I have given her a space for like a hole for her earrings. So if you want, you can crochet earrings, or you can just put a small earring that you use. But if you're going to give it to kids, I think it's better not to put real earrings. You can just crochet the earrings so that it's child safe. And then her eyes are also crocheted. So that was her candy doll, and her lips is also crocheted. I was a little confused how the lips came out, but I think now that I have seen her so much, I have grown used to her lips. So yeah, everything is crocheted for her. And yeah, I do have a little bit of buttons everywhere so that you can always stitch it to the body, so that you don't have to put the buttons to make it even more child safe. So it will not be removable, you just have to keep it on there. But you have the option of changing the colors for her clothes, because her clothes are changeable. So that's my first candy doll. And then I think I made, yeah. And this is my second candy doll, and she has a bandana that is also crocheted. I love her hair. I love this baby yarn. This is, I don't remember, I think it is Burnett baby yarn, and everything that I've made with for this candy doll is baby yarn actually. Like her body is baby yarn, her clothes are again Red Heart Super Saver, and all the accessories are Red Heart Super Saver. And then for her too, I changed the skin color because I wanted to try a different skin tone for her, and I crocheted her eyes and lips similar. I also gave her a different type of watch with a bigger band, if you can see, and a bigger dial. And then her bracelet is lost forever because my son took it. She has removable shoes and socks, so you can remove the white socks and the shoes, so you can give her new accessories. You can interchange both the girls because their body size is the same, so you can give her clothes to the other doll and the other doll's clothes to her. I also made her a guitar, not the finest guitar, but I did try to make it similar to a guitar. And she has dungarees, that's what we called it, I don't know, onesies, probably onesies with a tank with a top inside, so you can remove the clothing too, like the other one. So you can always interchange everything from one doll to the other. So you can buy one doll, and then you can just buy different clothing for the doll to mix and match. So that's my second doll. And I think I'm going to try more color skins for the dolls. I'm not sure how you guys like different skin tones. Like the first doll has this creamish yellowish color skin, and then this one has purple. So I don't know what kind of skin tones would you like to see. Leave me a comment again for that one too, which skin tones you would like to see. Now apart from that, the next thing I made was this teddy bear. And I on my other channel, actually, if you haven't seen that, this tutorial is available on my other channel. It's called, my other channel is Utsav and Kala, and I will have the link in the description for you guys to check out this tutorial if you are interested in making this teddy bear. It's a great Valentine's Day gift, and Valentine's is around the corner. And if you have a lot of stash, a lot of scrap yarn stash, you can always use to make this teddy bear. It's a great stash buster, and I made actually 2 of them right here. And most of the yarn is Red Heart Super Saver, because that's what I use all the time. So I have a lot of scrap from Red Heart Super Savers, but sometimes it can also have a little bit of Karen 1 pound. So this one has a different balloon saying, it says I love you, and then this one says love. So that is embroidered on here, and that's how he looks. His legs are movable, and I don't think the teddy needs clothing, so I didn't give him clothing, I just gave him balloon. So that's my 2 teddy bears. They are exactly the same, and I'm trying to write down the pattern and have it up on my Etsy channel. So once it's done, down the line when I do other videos, I will have my Etsy link in the description for other videos, once the patterns are ready and up on my Etsy channel. So till then, if you want to see the tutorial for this teddy bear, visit my other channel on YouTube, and I will have the link in the description for you guys to check out. So that's my teddy bears, and I don't even have space now. Where am I going to put them? Let them get covered. And then next I made this giraffe, and he is really tall, and his tail. Oh, I did not make a tail for the teddy bear. So yeah, but I made this giraffe, the second one, and you can see a lot of what is this? A lot of stitch markers. I completely forgot what they're called. A lot of stitch markers, because I'm in the process of writing the pattern, so I need the stitch markers to tell me where I made the change. So that's why I have these stitch markers everywhere. Like you can see, the giraffe has not that much, but once you see my next project, you'll be amazed. You might think that I might have used 100 stitch markers in it. So yeah, this is my giraffe. I think this is about 24 inches or a little bit smaller, 20 to 24 inches. So yeah. So again, I will put the link in the description of the next videos, coming up videos for the pattern once I'm done writing it and having it uploaded on my Etsy channel if you guys are interested in. So that's my giraffe, and I think he's going to sit on Tinkerbell, or I can have Tinkerbell sit on the giraffe. Oh, she felt that. She's like, I'm not sitting with the giraffe. Okay. So the next one is this bunny, the massive bunny. He is 40 inches tall from the tip of his toe to the tip of the ears standing up. Oops, tip of the ears standing up. Okay, so he's 40 inches tall, 3.5 feet. My son was shorter than him when I first made it. Oh, sorry. I'm going out of the screen. And my son was shorter than him. Now my son and him are exactly the same size. And I have his tail. And he's Mr. Bunny. And I have a lot of stitch markers on him. If you actually, I think I removed a little bit, but you can see right here. I have a lot of stitch markers. I have a lot of stitch markers here on his head, on his tail, on his other hand, on his legs. It's everywhere. Like I use a whole bunch of stitch markers just to remember when I write patterns. So this is Mr. Bunny, and then I need to stretch out. Okay, they're very far away. So I'm trying to make Mrs. Bunny right here, and this video is also on my other channel, but I've only made the video for as much as you can see. Her arms and legs and tail I haven't made yet. I mean, my arms and legs, excuse me, my arms and legs are ready. I haven't just done the video, and I had some things that came up, and I had to stop posting videos on my other channel. So I had so much going on last year, and this video was for 2019 Easter. So I'm going to have my 3 videos from there. If you want, I'll have them linked down in the description, and I'll bring them over to this channel for you guys to see, and then I will add on to the hands and the legs and the tails in this channel. I'll have all those videos done in this channel. If you guys want to finish this pattern, yeah, I will have it. And also, once the written pattern is ready, I will have it on my Etsy channel for you guys to buy if you're interested in. So this is going to be Mrs. Bunny, and he's Mr. Bunny. So I'm going to give her probably a bow and something else. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to give her to make her more ladylike, but I've chosen colors that are more ladylike. So yeah, I will have the link for the videos in the description for you guys to check out. And I hope you guys go to my other channel and subscribe to that channel too. Yeah, but that doesn't have that much crochet stuff. It's only a few things that I've made that are crochet. It has a lot of other crafts and art in that channel. So yeah, these are my 2 bunnies. I'm definitely going to finish the bunnies video tutorials on this channel, so stay tuned for that, and do subscribe to keep in the loop to finish this bunny. It should be done before the Easter comes by. So that's that. I think I'm just going to keep my bunny sitting next to me because he's too big, and this bunny can go back here because she's incomplete. Okay, so after that, I know you guys all know about the Red Heart Amigurumi yarns that came out, and I had to try them. So I made these flamingos, and I have the pattern in my other channel too. You want to see it, I will have the video linked in the description. I did a whole crochet along tutorial for the amigurumi, yeah, Red Heart Amigurumi yarn. So I made these too, and there's a lot of yarn left from this project, and you can make, I think I can make another 2 of these from the yarn. So I made both the colors they said, and I can still make 2 more yarns. And then I decided to follow along the same pattern and make them bigger, because why not? So I made this flamingos in bigger and the color of my choice. I didn't think flamingos should only be pink, so I made it in blue, and I made it in all the scrap yarns. These are all the scrap yarns that I had left over, and these are bulky yarns. So you can see, like, the bulky is this size, will make about this size if you can see, and it's a little bit smaller. And the pattern is the same. I haven't changed any number of lines or anything. It's exactly the same pattern that I follow. It's just the size of the yarn that I have changed. And then the red amigurumi yarn makes these small. So it depends on the size of the yarn, and you can, if you go and use your embroidery floss, it'll be even smaller. So that's fun. That was a fun experiment, and I have done the crochet along on my other channel. If you guys are interested, I will leave the link in the description. So I'm going to just have Mr. Bunny hold all these, and I know you guys can see it. There is that's all my complete. No, there's one more. Actually, this is inspired by Comfort Doll, and I haven't named them yet. And these, right now when I'm writing my pattern, I've just written Funny Face Doll, but he has sunglasses, and he has scarf, and he has buttons, and everything is crocheted. Nothing is like plastic buttons or anything, so it's completely kids safety. And they're inspired by like I said, Comfort Dolls. I don't know the name, but this I just made 2 days ago. So it was made a couple of days ago, and this is my latest completed project. So I hope you guys can see him. So that's my latest project that is complete, and those are all the amigurumis that I have completed till now. I think it took me a couple of years to get this much done, but I also have more incomplete. So those were all my completed projects. Still I'm that are completely complete, except the unicorn that I showed and the bunny, Mrs. Bunny, that I showed. Those two are work in progress still now, but it took me a couple of years to make all of these. But I also have some incomplete projects, the patterns that I'm making myself. So I have this hippo, and it's still a work in progress. And again, all the patterns that I make are usually scrap busters, because I love using up my scraps. Sometimes they're not even scraps, but I just love how it looks when you make it all stripy and all different colors. So it just is so interactive. So I've made this face for the hippo, and it's not complete, it's just the face. And you can see from the back. And then I have all these stitch markers again. So yeah, so the hippo is done, not done yet. So this is work in progress. I'm still, it's just time. Sometimes it's just so much other stuff that's going on that I just can't do anything. So yeah, the hippo is incomplete. But there's a lot of things that is incomplete. That's a lot of things work in progress. Like, I don't know if you would even guess it. This looks like an amoeba, right? Right. This looks like, oh, sorry. This looks like an amoeba. But it's a seahorse actually. And I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to make the face for the seahorse. It's my pattern again. Like you can see, I love using my scrap yarns. And I love using, even if they're not scrap yarns, I'll just cut the yarn and then choose another color. But if you can see, I tried using a different stitch here, and I have all this written down, but I still cannot think how to make the face for the seahorse. So it's still stuck. It's still stuck like a leech that's about to pounce on me and suck all the blood out of me. But I'm hoping I get an idea how to make the face for the seahorse soon. And I am going to look through all the pictures of seahorse on Google and see how they are, and then make the pattern. Hopefully it works out. So that's my second incomplete project. This third one is Clifford the big red dog. I hope it's fitting in the camera. And the body is done, the face is done, and you can see all the stitch markers again, because I love stitch markers. If you want to give me something, just give me stitch markers. So I have the body and the head completed, and then I have done 3 legs already here. So these are the front 2 legs, and a lot of stitch markers again, and this is the back leg. So I have to make this one more leg and the tail for him, and then stitch these all legs on his body, and Clifford will be complete. But oh well, it's still incomplete. So my son demanded this, that he wanted a big dog, and we don't want to get him a pet dog as yet. So I decided to crochet for him so he can hold the dog and go wherever he wants. But it's too big, and I know his dad will be like, oh no, we're not going to take him with us for the drives. But I think my son would love it to be taking this dog everywhere. He reminds me every other day, when are you going to finish my dog? When can I have him? So I hope before his 4th birthday comes around, which is a long time, it's in September, I have this ready so I can gift it to him. So yeah, that's all my projects, work in progress, completed, and all my amigurumis that I have done till now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am going to do a lot of tutorials and amigurumi work in progress vlogs and completed new amigurumi vlogs. So I'll be doing a mixture of tutorials and vlogs, just amigurumi. I do a lot of other crochet, but I'm not much into it. I will definitely show you some of my projects later down in the videos that I do, but I don't really do that much of other crochet projects. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell button so that you can be notified of all the new videos I post. and share with all your friends and families. It's a new channel. It's my first video. Please, please, please do share with everybody and let them know about my this channel. So, and don't forget to comment. Okay, I am waiting for your comments. I love to hear from you guys. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.